Check. All right, we got to check feedback. What's up, BlizzCon peeps? What's going on? You guys having fun?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't feedback. You can hear us. Might be a little low.
Hello.
All right. I got Mr. Jesse Cox, Mike Schaffnit, Pat Crane. What's happening?
Hey guys.
Eat the mic.
What's
Eat the
going
mic.
on? Eat the mic.
Eat the mic, bro.
Eat the mic. Love the mic.
Oh,
come
happening
on.
now.
Just do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
It's happening.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Does anybody disagree that BlizzCon is the absolute best conference in existence?
I would.
That guy right there totally disagrees.
No,
He totally
don't
disagree.
Get out of
You must
here.
have never been.
Get out of here.
If you
Jesse,
think
how many
it's
BlizzCons?
lame, then you may
I remember
leave.
last BlizzCon, Jesse sat down with us for like 2 seconds.
Oh, Jesse, move away. Felicia's coming.
Jesse
Oh,
Cox.
Felicia Day.
Felicia Day, get out of here. Get out of here.
Leave.
He literally sat down and I was like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Oh, my name is Jesse Cox." And I'm like, "Oh, nice to meet you. And what do you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I make YouTube videos." And I was like, "Oh, pleasure." And then somebody came reading to escort throughout the building.
And now he says that he does nothing.
He does nothing.
He does nothing.
She's a
She
sperm
broke
donor.
me. You guys broke me. No, it's because of that event that Felicia and I are friends now. So
Oh, that's cool.
thank you.
We talked about this
Thank you.
earlier. It's his opener. That's how he
yeah,
introduces
yeah.
himself to people. Hi, I'm Jesse Cox. Felicia Day is more important than me.
Right. Of course.
How many BlizzCons is this for you, though?
I've been to every single one.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
Damn, nerd cred.
I remember back in the day when it was like you could walk up to the developers because the stage wasn't that big.
That's not happening anymore.
Yo, no. No. Although, Saturday night, Hilton, you should probably go there because I know the developers will be there.
Yeah.
So heads up on that.
This is my
Little
third. The
tidbits.
first one I ever came to, I didn't even have a ticket.
They'll be at the bar.
When they're done with their convention that they run. So,
Yeah, the Hilton bar is where you hang out.
Yeah,
Besides
exactly.
this place, you just go to the Hilton and stay there. for the
Saturday
next-
night at the Hilton, they'll be there. And I'm not saying that, they'll want to relax with alcohol, but that's the time you get them. If you
Right.
have questions, you jump on them then. Sir?
Wow. Is there something we should know?
Yeah.
Do you have like plans laid out? Is that one?
Yes.
So man, every single one. This is my
Yeah.
third. The first one I came to, I didn't even have a ticket, and I came and it was awesome because I just went to parties and like hung out at the bar and people just screaming for the Horde and drunk is amazing, and I had fun.
Yeah,
And then I was like,
that's-
all right, I need a ticket next year.
That hasn't changed.
That hasn't
No. I feel bad for Alliance.
I haven't heard for the
players.
Horde yet.
Hey! I gotta say this. I'm gonna get a lot of flame for this. Is there any for the Alliance? No. Yeah. All right. Whatever. I get it.
It's the Alliance table over here. Don't worry about it, people.
That's it.
We'll hold it up for everybody for the Team Blue.
Don't-
We'll do that. Or something.
Fist bumping.
Whatever. Yeah, boo.
What are you guys most excited about hearing about?
I mean, other than the new expansion,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that whole thing.
the big announcement, Jaina Proudmoore is a Dreadlord, guys.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Spoiler, I just ruined it for you. I'm calling it now.
Right.
I'm calling it. Look, someone's going to end up being a Dreadlord, and when that happens, I'm going to be right. And you're all gonna be like, he said that then.
He called it. Totally.
That's all that matters is when I'm right, I'm right.
I just need to be right once.
That's
All
it
those
takes.
99 times you're wrong, it doesn't matter because they
It
forget
doesn't
about
matter,
those.
right?
It's the one time you're right.
That's right. Jaina Proudmoore, Dreadlord, calling it.
All right.
Pour one
All
out.
She died at Theramore. You don't get white hair from that stupid. That's stupid, Metzen.
The only thing that I'm calling is that we're actually going to see lower Karazhan. Lower Karazhan.
Oh, you think that'll happen?
Oh yeah. I am like.
On what ground?
you're
I'm 5%
horribly mistaken.
confident. I'm
5%?
5% confident. No, I think
Standing
that,
behind
no, I think
five?
Listen, this is gonna happen.
This is
telling
gonna
you, I
happen,
feel for you,
guys.
man.
I swear it. It's gonna happen. No, we're gonna see it. I
Wait, why do you
think that
think
we
that?
should. I think that we should. It's always been in the game.
There's a lot of things that have always been in the game.
Yeah.
That's true.
I want to know about the damn
That's true.
snake tail.
But I
What's
think-
going on
but I
there?
think-
Yeah.
Snake tail, man.
If we have the latest trademark actually come true.
What's that?
Oh, I have no idea. It has something to do with Warlords, the Atari game.
No.
I believe.
It's Corgis Unleashed, right? Corgis?
No.
That was it?
That would be their highest selling thing. Porkies? Are you kidding me? Twitter
if
would
we-
explode.
If we go back to like BC era ish stuff, if we kind of go back there, that's something that's on the table, I think. That's something that's on the table.
You're crazy.
I probably am. I'm okay with that.
Look, I don't mind if they do a revamp like Kata style of Outlands.
I only need to be right
Really?
once,
Right,
Jesse. I only need to be right once.
So okay, hang on, because we've actually talked about the revamp of Outlands on Legendary. You would be down for them completely revamping Outlands entirely. Where would 60s to 70s go?
You know what? Who cares about them? I don't. No, it always bothered me, especially that whole period, because when they redid stuff in Cataclysm, which, by the way, the stuff they redid is fantastic. Much better than the end level stuff, which I did not like at all. But the stuff they redid, like the story from like 1 to 60, is great. And then it's like, by the way, you're going to go back in time now to when none of this existed. And go to Northrend, and it's like, what? All they have to do is throw Chromie in there with like a quest like, I'm going to time travel you. And they solve all their problems. But
The next thing you're going to say is, you were sleeping. It was all a dream.
It was all a dream. I don't mind if they redo everything.
But redo the
Redo it all.
content or eliminate.
What? Yes. Thanks, phone a friend.
Compound, come on.
No, I don't. I mean, I just want them to put new content there. I don't care if they make it.
What do you think? I think a lot of people,
What about planets? What about planets? Where they just expand?
Right.
Well, and that's the thing is
Outer
because
Outland.
A lot of people, even though I agree with you, because what they did in Cataclysm made that experience a lot better.
Yeah.
The problem is I think that a lot of people felt that a lot of time and investment was spent on revamping that a lot of players who were at Endgame didn't get to see. So what do you do? How do you manage
Well,
that?
first off, if you're Endgame, go back and play that stuff. You didn't play 1 through 60. Stop, grinding rep, and spend like an hour doing it because it's really quick. The whole like Ashen Veil thing and the storyline with the bomb was great. That was fantastic, and hardly anyone played that, which is really sad. So, more revamping, less swimming underwater, and we'll be good.
I don't know. I mean, Dark Below is trademark too. It could be a whole lot of swimming
Here's the
underwater.
thing. I feel like they tried to make that, and we're like, so first 4 levels is swimming, and someone at Blizzard was just flipping tables. Like, no, it's not happening.
Right.
We need Illyria back, and we need all the Warcraft 2 characters that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
We need them back because they're main characters, and we've yet to see them.
Do you think we'll see that coming out of Mist of Pandaria, where they were
No.
really? It was kind of a separation. A lot of people felt a lot of disconnect with Mist of Pandaria because it was so new. It wasn't the people that we know. It wasn't Deathwing. It wasn't Arthas. It wasn't these iconic people that we knew. They were trying to build new story. Do you think that maybe because of that, they'll take back a little, pull back the reins a little bit, and put a lot of what we know in front of us?
That's
Please.
No, I remember it exists on Twitter somewhere. You're gonna have to go back maybe a year at this point. But I asked Chris Metzen over Twitter, like, what when you said that this is like the first shots of the war, that this is the prelude to the war. I was like,
Calm before the storm.
Just like that.
Used.
Just like that.
And I was like,
Alliance.
I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, this is the beginning of the war. And so I assumed that meant that Mr. Pinner was just like what's to come, and so there's gonna be an even bigger war. And then I asked him after it was over, what's coming up with the war, and they were like, oh, that was it. So
That was our war?
the war.
That's it.
What?
The war's over, guys.
They peeled it back.
The
a little
war
bit.
against
They
Garrosh,
said-
I guess.
They just
The
said,
other thing I'm
we
hearing,
gave it a shot.
the other speculation I'm hearing is, what do you think about what if the Horde and the Alliance actually got together and they just like
No.
completely? Some people are thinking there's like just like
What? Okay. I think it was one of our hosts, Missy. She talked about the idea of them trying to introduce a third faction through, and it doesn't work.
the corgi.
The corgi. The corgi.
Naga and Corgi and Murlocs.
Ogres.
Murlocs and ogres. that would be an incredible. Little corgis. The corgis of all the
Wait.
types.
When did warlocks become a race?
Corgis.
Oh, corgis.
Cute corgi. They're only melee classes, and they wear battle armor.
They just cuddle you to death.
Right?
They love you to pieces.
The only time that I would ever think a co-faction battle.
Gary's dying.
Oh, Gary.
They nuzzle you to death.
Right.
They're just so cute.
Their cuteness just kills you over time. It's a DOT.
I'm going to call this one Pixie. It's great. right.
Name's already taken. I'm sorry.
Oh, damn it!
Someone in the alliance has that.
Probably. Yeah, that is an alliance name.
No, the only time I ever think that a like alliance and horde get together battle would be like an epic Sargeras massive battle where you need literally everyone in the world to beat that guy. That's the only way.
So, okay, we're getting back to the Burning Legion, is what a lot of people are thinking. There's been a lot of conclusions drawn to the fact that it's going to be a very Burning Legion-themed expansion this time around. So, a lot of people are against the idea of going up against Sargeras just yet.
Not going to happen.
Do you think that we didn't kill Jaden? He was banished.
Yeah.
Do you think that Kill Jaden will be the ultimate force behind this next expansion?
I don't know if he will, but he'll be in it. But
Yeah.
I mean, if there is, like the Warlords of Draenor, like that,
Right.
he'll be in that. But we won't kill Sargeras. He's like the devil of the WoW universe. He's the big bad. Like even with all the old gods and stuff, like even though everyone's like, oh, gods did it, Sargeras is like the super.
When in doubt, just blame the old gods, right?
Always. And so he's the big bad. He won't ever show up until.
Your VO for that was like, job's done. Oh, God's did it.
Job's done.
And so he'll be I don't know, Warcraft 4 maybe. I don't think we'll ever fight him. And if I'm wrong, he was a Dreadlord the entire time.
Right. The entire time.
The entire time, everyone was a Dreadlord. Spoiler: your character is a Dreadlord.
Do you think that they could build towards fighting Sargeras while trying to build other lore on top of it? At some point, we have to go against him. That's what everyone ultimately.
No, we don't.
You don't think
I want to
so?
know where Mac the Grim Totem is. Where'd she go? You were fighting her, and she's like, "I'm out of here, fools!" And then an expansion goes by. It's like they need to.
She's a Dreadlord.
She's a Dreadlord. Everyone's a
She is a
Dreadlord. I'm
Dreadlord.
telling you.
If you just say everyone's a Dreadlord, you'll be right.
Eventually, that's my plan.
It's
5%
Dreadlords
of
of
the time,
Draenor.
you'll be right.
Dreadlords of Draenor.
I'm 5% sure.
5%. That's all you need.
Yep. So you think we'll get anything like any major classes, any major?
Well, there's
Races.
a lot of speculation. We
I
talked
want
about
Titan
this.
info.
Titan.
Am I the only person that is still hoping for this?
Titan is not going to
Does it
be.
exist? What is it?
Titan is.
Titan is a
Dreadlord.
Dreadlord.
Guys.
Titan is a Dreadlord.
Guys, Titan's a Dreadlord.
5% of the time.
Right, exactly. 5% sure of that.
Yeah.
No, actually, one of the things that's come up a lot is with scaling, right? So we've heard a lot about that as far as being able to scale down. There was a bug or something in the game where you could kind of glitch it so that you could scale down your 90 so that you were, say you went to Stockades, you might have like 3k health. And I tried it, and it actually happened. And then they hotfixed it, of course, immediately as soon as
Working
it
as
started.
intended, man.
Right, exactly. So do you think that maybe there might be something along those lines where we might be able to see more of this older content be able to be scaled so that, players can play kind of their game their way a little bit more?
Other MMOs are doing that, so I feel like it might be something that they jump on board with scaling stuff. I don't
Sure.
know that
I think
players would want it necessarily, because
Right.
there's a lot of times where I want to be really over-leveled and go get that mount by myself and not have to compete with anyone else.
Well, if it's a choice, though, I mean, if you can choose to do that, I mean, you can always choose to do something solo and be fine. But if you go with friends, maybe like a level 60 something, you can go run something.
As long
in
as
BC.
it doesn't replace a new content.
Exactly.
I don't want
Right.
them to be like, no, you can go back to that stuff you already did, and now you're just the same level you were when you first played it. No, don't do that to me.
I agree with you. It can't replace new content because there's a lot of people out there, and I get, you said on Legendary that you started in Wrath, and that's fine. But there's a lot of us out there that have been playing for a very long time.
Wait, hold
I
on a
don't
second.
want.
That's
I
not
don't.
You started in Wrath. I'm sorry.
I don't want to go back to Black Temple. It sucks.
Wait, are you a Wrath? Are you a Wrath baby? That's so sweet.
Nice.
Oh
my gosh! I made something of myself in order to at least sit at this table
That
with you.
is so sad.
Isn't it? Stop it, Jesse. I will come over there.
Hey man,
will-
I remember Vanilla. Vanilla was a trip going back and
It's just
one raid a year.
the content.
I heard it was great. I heard mages were making water for hours. It
was fantastic.
It was really, really great.
As a
I
shaman,
was looking for my rose-colored glasses to put on you, but I can't find them right now. So
back in my day,
Right.
Kids respected their elders.
Get off my lawn!
No paladins were running around the horde causing trouble.
Just buff. That's your entire job. Just throw out raid buffs. That's the entire
Blood
thing.
elves were enemies.
There were people. There were
That day.
people who were speculating a bard class. I can't remember. That was another topic that we talked about. Was a buff bard class.
Wasn't
type.
that a April Fool's though? Although
Yeah, I think it was.
wasn't Pandaren April Fool's as well?
Yeah.
So, it's confirmed.
Shame.
Totally confirmed, everybody. Bard class.
Yeah.
5%
Break out your
confirmed.
guitar.
It doesn't matter if it takes 10 years. Jesse was right. Bard class confirmed.
Right. And
That's all
everybody
that
gets
matters.
loots.
That's all that matters.
Fat loots.
Fat bard loots.
That's right.
You just sing songs.
It is
to
actually a
people.
loot, which is weird.
If you're on an RP server, you must roleplay the songs. Right?
You actually have to sing like you.
yeah.
Microphone required to play bard.
If you're on Vent, yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
La-ti-ti, right?
Either that or get on the voice system that they have now, which is awesome.
It is.
It is awesome.
I know so many people who use it.
right. There's one guy.
Oh,
I think.
but no, there's two because it's me and him just talking to each other all day long.
Hello? Is anyone in here? Hey, how's it going? It's real awkward. When you leave, he wonders if you're still there. He's like, hello? He waits for you to come back.
Sorry, man. I just went to the bathroom. I didn't.
Oh, okay. I thought you left.
Just give me 5 more minutes, Mom.
All right.
All right.
My son has to go to bed now.
5 more minutes. All right. So you guys think they're going to release any other information that we don't already know about? Here's the Storm, StarCraft stuff, Diablo stuff.
The
man.
World
Titan
Order
thing.
expansion.
The
big
Titan thing, I think, is the only thing that's up to question.
I don't think they'll say
No.
And I don't think they
happening.
will.
The movie.
Yeah, this is
But the movie. Here's my estimation on the movie. The movie
Who's
is
excited for the movie?
The movie's gonna
Hell yeah.
be. Yeah.
the movie is going to be the public unveiling of what they showed at
At
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, yeah.
It's not going to be anything that's new,
But no one's
it'll be
seen
new
it
for
here.
the world,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the extent of what we'll find out. And then I think there's a panel on the movie where maybe you'll get to hear about the production process, where they're thinking of maybe taking the direction of the story. But I don't think there's going to be a lot of real new stuff about the movie that surfaces.
So really, it's just the 3 basic food groups of Blizzard, right? I'm okay with that, but it's pretty obvious if you've ever been to BlizzCon before, you know the big announcement, whatever it is always the very first big panel.
Yep.
And so there's the main opening ceremony, then immediately after that is the Warcraft panel. So
Yep.
whatever is happening then is an hour and a half of that. Hour and a half is obvious expansion. You wouldn't know, guy who just came here 3 years ago. But it's like that every single time.
He's the Wrath baby.
I'm the
not me.
Wrath baby.
You're the BlizzCon baby. The Blizz baby.
The Blizz baby.
Blizz
right.
babies. Right?
I think you're the most veteran Blizz out of all of us. This
right.
is this
That's
is only
right, I
my
am.
second year.
That's
This
sad.
is your first.
This is my first.
Gary's third, my second.
sorry.
You're the veteran.
Right.
What do you guys? Everybody's talking about this. Heroes of the Storm. What do you guys think they're gonna? What do you think Blizzard's market for this is? Like, do you think you're gonna go after the esports market and they're going after
Yes.
like
Yes.
the MOBA League
Yes.
of Legends market?
Yes.
You really think they're
Yeah.
going for that market?
Yeah.
I think
I
you
don't
could.
so.
I think they will. I guarantee.
And I think there's room for it too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that there
You
really
guys,
is.
you
room
guys,
for
you
it.
guys really think they're going after the hardcore competitive scene?
Yes.
Well, and it doesn't
It's
even
Blizzard.
need to be,
They will do everything they can to destroy them.
But it doesn't need to be necessarily hardcore, and maybe that's where they can
Just
differentiate
competitive, yeah.
themselves. But it does need to be competitive, and I think that it will be.
So here's a really good conversation that I had with a lot of people that are GameBreaker fans. Is they brought up the fact that Blizzard does a really good job of taking popular things and marketing them for the mass.
For the masses.
Some will say more casual audience.
Noobs,
Now,
like me.
Now,
for noobs.
Now I think it's a really good strategy to go out the gate, targeting the general public, trying to get them involved in this game. Not go out the gate trying to take on Dota and League of Legends and Han. Get the masses involved.
But-
Prove you've got a better system, and then when you've built your audience, then make the play to get there.
But they already have. They came out the gate with a casual game in Hearthstone.
Yeah.
And already it's super competitive. And it was built off a
Yes.
casual game. The competitiveness came from the fact that people were like, oh, this is freaking amazing. It's a fantastically fun game. If you're in the beta, you have already spent money, unfortunately, on a game that doesn't exist. You're just like, it's only $2.99. I can get it on the
Guilty. Raise your hands if you're
Yeah,
guilty
yeah.
and on the
Oh, yeah.
beta and you spend cash. There we go.
I got at
There we
least
go.
10 hands.
Plus, you get a card. They lure
And
you in.
I'm only
Yeah.
gonna speculate, but I feel like everybody leaving BlizzCon this weekend is going home with
the
Hearthstone.
beta?
Going home with
Shut your
Hearthstone?
face.
I'm making that up.
Going home
I
with
don't know.
Hearthstone?
I'm thinking you're all going home with Hearthstone beta keys.
They'd have to.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think everyone here at BlizzCon will get one. We talked about this. I
think-
And then
agree.
you'll spend money on it.
Right.
5%. 5%.
5% sure.
5% sure on that.
You'll get a bit.
5% sure on that.
5% definitely sure.
Right. Absolutely 5%.
But they can do something with, with Heroes that I think is fantastic. But I hope they pull all of their franchises into that, not
Right.
just StarCraft, Warcraft, and Diablo. I want Lost Vikings.
Oh, it's a
Gary,
wow.
Gary, what about the fact
Blackstone?
And Blackstone, they've released it for
Yeah.
free about a week
Yeah, like-
ago. It kind of went under the radio.
Blackthorn.
Blackthorn, sorry.
Yeah.
Blackthorn.
And like all
Had a
those old
concept.
games, I want them in there. I want whatever the racer game they had was.
Oh, Rock
Yes,
and
I
Roll
want-
Racing, yes.
I want the heroes from Rock and Roll Racing. There's a lot of hilarious heroes in there. I want them in that. Bring all your stuff, and it'll get people to go back and look at those old games. I'm
I
telling
gotta
you.
see the Lost Viking ultimate ability being like all 3 Vikings come out of nowhere and just like blitz the target.
I'm telling you,
It'd be awesome.
right? All 3 Vikings. It's like in Warcraft 3, the panda was 3 guys. I think you should play as 3 guys. That's like top tier. You have to be real skilled at that.
Right.
You're managing 3 dudes. That'd be great.
Be awesome.
Chat room loves Rock and Roll Racing.
Right?
Blown the F up.
Rock and Roll Racing's fantastic. That's old school. You can actually play that. If you have never played those games, they'll be here tomorrow at the actual con. There's a whole our old school games section, so you can go back and relive those fond memories.
Right.
And of
Wait, are they gonna have the classic arcade? I looked at the BlizzCon map.
They
and
always
I
do.
analyzed it. It wasn't on there. I didn't see a plot on the new BlizzCon app. I didn't see the classic arcade. I was kind of curious if they were gonna have it this year.
Did they have? I haven't looked at it, so maybe they just didn't put little things like that. Like, do they have the sound booth thing?
I think so. I think I remember seeing something like that. I saw a lot of very trivial things, and I could not find the classic arcade this year.
gonna have to- I'm gonna have
They're
to pull
bringing
up
that
the
classic
app.
arcade.
Hold on
They're
one
bringing it back. 5% sure.
5% sure. That's all you need.
That is
That's all you need.
We're gonna beat that joke into the ground
Done.
so quickly.
Done. All right, I'm gonna throw some music back up. We're gonna do some more giveaways really soon, and then we'll be back for a few to try some more stuff. Jesse might do the robot, sell some sperm. I don't
Right.
know.
Sell some, ladies. I'll be selling some sperm.
That's what he does for a living. Apparently, he doesn't do anything else. He sits at home and plays video games. That's the only thing I
Sells
can remember.
sperms. I mean, that's it. Yeah. Sells the sperms. I'll drink to that.
Great way to go out.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.